On 1st March 1927, the first Catholic immigrants from China set foot in Singapore. Without a place to stay, an application in the name of the Catholic mission was submitted to the government for a plot of land. Mandai was cleared and rebuilt to cultivate and house these migrants as villages. It became known as the Catholic village subsequently, and this was where our kampong heritage began. In the 1930s, the Lee brothers built a new wooden chapel in Mandai. Father Stephen Lee dedicated this chapel to St. Anthony of Padua, as the feast day was on 13th June. The Hall of Learning was thereafter erected as a foundation to provide education for the children. St. Anthony's kampong roots were formed and remembered because of this closely knitted community of Catholic believers. In 1960, with the intent of creating a new parish to accommodate the growing population, the first church of St. Anthony was built on a new plot of land in Mandai. On 30th May 1965, the church was officially recognized as a parish. In 1980, Father John Khoo took over as the new parish priest.
St. Anthony Church is built on a hill, and so there's only 2 families that stays below the hill. And then the priest's house is next to the church but higher hill. When the evening mass comes, all the people come for the mass. And after the mass, I play football with them. So it's a great atmosphere of belonging. We know each other very well. Agatha and Clement are planting orchids. So I asked them to help the church, and they helped. Then when we moved to Woodlands, I start planting the palms. So I call them to take care of the palms. They're very hardworking.
我们一路来是住教堂的旁边嘛，后来就长大了就讲，教堂没有人帮忙，我们邻居的都是去那边帮忙打扫啊。一路来在圣德尼啦，第一个惊喜是建那个教堂，哇！那时听到神父讲要建在我们旁边那个山，那个叫凤教山哦，哇！那时就很高兴了，哇！教堂建在我们那边了。 那么第二个惊喜就是Mandai搬来Woodlands，那时也是讲哇换新教堂了，换大间的了。那么第3个惊喜就是现在这边教堂，哇换新的，一踏进教堂好像天堂，改变很多了哈。
We have seen the congregation grew from just a few hundreds of parishioners to almost 4,000 plus. I'm very happy to have made many friends here. Once in a while we have fellowship and gathering and outings.
The purpose of building a church building in a community says that God is here, so that you can come to seek God's solace, God's life, and draw divine life from God Himself in this church, that He is here. Therefore, the church building is not just any kind of building, it is a building built with living stones. The stones itself, the design of the church must speak to the community. So when people looking into the church will see and will also be drawn to this life of God. The church in this building is actually evangelizing. At the front of the church, there are 12 rectangle windows. We decided transform those windows into arches. Now, arches in Catholic tradition depicts the desire of humanity soaring towards God. So it points man towards the heavens. Firstly, what we have decided to keep from the old church is the bronze statue of St. Anthony, because it is a very unique statue. There are only a few in the world. Also, the 2 statues that came all the way from the church in Mandai, the statue of Our Lady and of St. Joseph. Of course, we had them repainted according to its correct colors as well. The main altar of the church is actually the altar on which John Paul II celebrated Mass here in Singapore at the National Stadium. After many years, the altar had also showed sign of aging. So what we decided was to reclad the altar in marble. The other thing that we have kept of the old church is actually the stained glass. The walls are all have given a good whitewash. The stained glass kind of comes alive and is more highlighted. Now we have actually a new pipe organ replacing the old pipe organ. The only new feature in this pipe organ is that it has all the other instruments included in the pipe organ for the organist to make use of and for the choir to make use of. Now what is actually very interesting in our addition to this new church and unique in the entire Archdiocese is this painting of the mural of God the Father and the Holy Spirit to complement the altar. And it's the only church in Singapore that has such a huge mural. That is now actually one of the main features of this church that actually truly inspires the hearts of many who have come to see this new church.
I stayed very close by to this church here, about 7 minutes walk away. So it's a place where I can feel very comfortable and peaceful. Whenever I come to church, I feel like I'm surrounded by a big family. That's why I call it my second home, where I can practice a lot of things. Practice like love and receiving. And St. Anthony Church was and always be a big part of mine.
这30年不会变的，就是神的敬礼，每逢星期二8点，就是全部聚在一起祈祷了。感谢法勒库了，一路来是他在Mandai到这里都是他很照顾我们。那我们搬来这里第一个星期他就看到我，哇，很高兴你们来了，来帮我们收拾教堂。你看整个教堂变成哇。 树叶多过草，那么我们听了，很高兴啊，又跑回圣灯一来，我真的感谢法勒库，他一路来的照顾。
I was in Mandai for 10 years. After that, we finished building the new church at Woodlands, and we stayed there, including the building, it's about 10 years. Because of the length of time being there, naturally I'm quite close to it. Yes, it was a recent remembrance partly because I built the church to my taste. Naturally, there is a sentimental value.
So having built this beautiful church, we hope that the people who have come here to worship may not only draw life from God, but also be a true place of worship, of love, of peace, joy, so that this community may be a community of love and peace and joy, and that love and peace and joy will flow out to the entire neighborhood, not only here in Woodlands, but to the entire Archdiocese of Singapore, so that indeed this church may be a beacon of the presence of the love, peace and joy of God for all.